Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Preston Endress. A man is facing charges after Williamsport police say he attacked his wife and claimed she attempted suicide. According to police, officers were called to the scene on the 2000 block of Trenton Avenue on January 21st for reports of a suicide attempt by hanging. Upon arriving at the scene, officers say the victim's husband, Dane Christopher Kay, reported that his wife had allegedly just tried to hang herself in the bathroom shower. Officials say the victim was unresponsive at the scene and was transported to the Williamsport Hospital for treatment. 4 days later, officials say the victim woke up and she told investigators that she had not tried to hang herself and that Kay had attacked her. According to the victim, on the night of the incident, she had told Kay that she was leaving him. In response, the victim said that Kay pinned her to the couch and strangled her until she blacked out. Kay was arrested on October 1st and had been charged with criminal attempt homicide, aggravated assault, and strangulation, among other charges. He is currently behind bars at the Lycoming County Prison without bail. PA Senator Dave Argall has announced legislation to repurpose the vacant Whitehaven Center. The Whitehaven Center was shut down in 2023 by the Pennsylvania Department of Human Services. Since then, the property has been maintained through taxpayer dollars despite standing empty. Senate Bill 1277 demands a detailed plan from the Pennsylvania Department of General Services on how to repurpose the Whitehaven Center, along with the Hamburg Center and the Polk Center, which were also closed in recent years. According to Senator Argall's office, the carryover costs for maintaining the building for the 2023 to 2024 fiscal year were almost $9 million. The bill was advanced by the Senate State Government Committee, who voted 10-1 on moving the issue forward. The bill will now advance to the full Senate for consideration. As the weather gets colder, the Shapiro administration is encouraging Pennsylvania residents to get updated vaccines. According to the Pennsylvania Department of Health, respiratory disease season officially started on September 29th. Officials say receiving annual vaccinations for flu, COVID-19, and RSV can boost your body's natural defenses against the viruses by slowing the spread of the disease, preventing severe illness, and lowering the likelihood of hospitalizations. Vaccines are especially important for children, older adults, and people with weakened immune systems. Between October of 2023 and September of 2024, officials report that nearly 500 people died from the flu and over 2,000 people died from COVID-19. Vaccines for COVID-19 and flu are covered at no cost to the consumer by most insurance plans in Pennsylvania. For more information and to find a vaccination location near you, you can visit vaccines.gov. Coming up on WYLN News, state police investigate a series of thefts from the Hazel Township Walmart. Plus, the 18th annual Pause for a Cause dog walk is right around the corner. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
WYLN News is brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Health Network Express Care, now open on the Airport Beltway in Hazel Township. Walk-in care 365 days a year for common illness and minor injuries.
My name is Andy, and tomorrow is going to be sunny.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
Contact Pete Casalica for a home and auto quote today.
FNL Doors, your trusted overhead door supplier for over 50 years, providing quality products and services to Eastern PA and beyond with 2 strategic locations. They carry garage doors from leading manufacturers in the industry like Rainer. They guarantee parts and service for your home or business, from new construction to replacement doors, inspections, and service calls. FNL Doors stands behind every job, taking pride in the work they do. Call 800-344-DOOR or visit FNL Doors online at fldoors.com or visit their showrooms in Hazel Township or Schuylkill Haven.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. It's high school football time on Wyln TV 35. Check out the game of the week and join Marty Burns, Joe DeMelfi, and the entire Wyln sports team as they bring live high school football to you. Watch over the air in Hazleton at 35.1, Berwick at 47.1, or Williamsport at 9.1, or Service Electric Cable, Channel 7 or 507, or online. The game of the week is brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, the region's leader in sports medicine.
Welcome back to WYLN News. Pennsylvania State Police have reported that 5 individuals have been charged with retail theft at the Hazel Township Walmart in the last 2 months. According to troopers, the first incident occurred on August 10th when a 41-year-old woman from Berwick underscanned a variety of household and food items. A second incident took place on September 20th when officials say a 25-year-old woman from Weatherly underrang medicine and clothing items while using a self-checkout lane. 4 days later, on September 24th, troopers report that a 67-year-old woman from Hazel Township hid a pair of pants and a candle before attempting to leave the store without paying. Later that same day, 2 teenage girls allegedly stole a variety of household items totaling over $200. All 4 alleged thefts are believed to be separate incidents. The 5 suspects have all been charged through district court. Supporting Autism and Families Everywhere, or SAFE, is gearing up for their 18th annual Pause for a Cause dog walk on Sunday, October 6th. The annual dog walk will be held at Whitetail Preserve in Black Creek Township and will begin with registration at 12:30 p.m. The event will feature a pet costume contest and the annual blessing of the animals. The cost is $15 per dog, and all proceeds will assist with the purchase of a service dog for a local autistic child. For additional information about sponsorship or vendor opportunities at the event, you can call 570-535-0293. Supporting Autism and Families Everywhere is also inviting the public to take part in their annual Drive for Autism golf tournament. The golf tournament will take place on October 11th at the Blue Ridge Trail Golf Course in Mountaintop. Registration for the event is on first-come, first-served basis beginning at 11 a.m. The cost to participate is $500 for 4 golfers. Funds raised during the event will benefit SAFE, a non-profit organization providing support for families and children with autism. For additional information about SAFE or the golf tournament, you can visit autismsafe.org. Coming up on Nescopac's News Choice, Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Wilkes-Barre Part 3. Plus, we learn about an upcoming flu shot clinic on Wellness Wednesday. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
Burgers Farm Market, located on St. John's Road in Drums, is a family-operated business devoted to providing the freshest, tastiest fruits and vegetables since 1889. If you're looking for good, healthy eating, look no further than Burgers Farm Market. Fresh-picked sweet corn, fruits and vegetables, as well as pick your own vegetables right from the field. Fall has arrived, so make sure you stop by and get your fresh apples and pumpkins. Visit Burgers Farm Market on St. John's Road in Drums or check them out on Facebook. Fresh from the Farm is brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Health Network. Do you remember cranking down the car windows so you can pump up the jam? If you do, schedule your mammogram online today. Visit lvhn.org/memo.
You will love the feel-good feeling you get when you shop at Grand Central in Nescopeck and Hazleton. You will enjoy a no-pressure professional sales staff, experienced delivery crew, service after the sale,
and don't forget, everyday low prices.
No matter what you're shopping for in your home, we have you covered with top brand names like Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, England, and Dillon Custom Rugs.
With our enormous selection and the flexibility to finance interest-free for up to 60 months, Grand Central makes it easy to make your house a home.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
WYLN TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
As the 20th century approached, innovation would come to Wilkes-Barre in many forms. Many of them would come from immigrants that set roots down in the city. One of these was Father Josef Mergus, who immigrated from today's Slovakia in 1896. An amateur inventor, Mergus was particularly interested in radiotelegraphy. In September 1905, he successfully tested a wireless radio transmitting between Wilkes-Barre and Scranton. This in many ways can be considered a forerunner of today's internet technology. The sporting world will also see innovation in the city beginning on Memorial Day 1906. The then newly founded Wilkes-Barre Automobilist Club had noticed the large crowds that turned out for Long Island's Vanderbilt Cup auto race in the years prior, and decided to start a race of their own. East Northampton Street, nearby Laurel Run, was chosen as the site for the race once it was decided to make it a hill climb race. Today, what has become known as the Giants Despair Hill Climb is the oldest continual motorsport event in Pennsylvania, and one of the oldest in the world. Among the drivers who have tried their luck at the course over the years include such legendary names as Ralph De Palma, Louis Chevrolet, Carroll Shelby, and Roger Penske. But not all will be positive for the Wilkes-Barre area over these years. On the afternoon of August 18, 1890, a tornado touched down across the Susquehanna and Nanticoke. It crossed the river and entered the city around 5:30, where it rapidly intensified to F3 strength and reached a width of 300 yards across. It tore up Main, Wood, and Franklin streets, heavily damaging the city's industrial center. 16 people were killed and 260 buildings were destroyed. The mines would also be the scenes of tragedy in Wilkes-Barre. On June 5, 1919, the Delaware and Hudson Coal Company's Baltimore mine tunnel would be the site of a particularly grim accident. 450 men worked in the mine, which was located at the corner of North Sherman, Spring, and Pine streets. About 100 of the miners were riding up to the surface in a series of mine cars, at least one of which carried barrels of blasting powder. About 200 feet from the mine entrance, the powder detonated in a major explosion, and the ventilation shaft sent the flames scorching back through the mine towards other unsuspecting miners. The exact cause of the explosion has never been determined. Some theorize that a loose power cable might have ignited the powder, while others believe an open flame, perhaps from a lantern or pipe, was the cause. Whatever triggered it, however, the blast killed 92 miners and injured 44, many suffering horrific burns. By the late 1920s, Wilkes-Barre was still thriving, and it was the site of a landmark moment in sports history on October 12, 1926, when Babe Ruth, then at the height of his career, came to town to play in an exhibition game between Hughstown and Larksville at Artillery Park. The Sultan of Swat was quite familiar with the area, as he had a cabin near Blakely that he would frequent in the off-season. Playing for Hughstown, Ruth would uncork a massive home run off Larksville's Ernie Corcoran, one that would eventually come down in a Kirby Park High School running track a good distance away. An amazed Ruth would ask for an official measurement, and it would be determined that the home run traveled a whopping 650 feet, the longest of Ruth's storied career, and what today is believed to have been the longest home run in the history of organized baseball. 4 years later, Wilkes-Barre would also see the creation of a major comic strip character. Ham Fisher was working as a cartoonist for the Wilkes-Barre Record when an interview with a local boxer, the exact identity of the boxer varies by account, inspired him to create his own boxing character. Many newspapers rejected Fisher's idea, but eventually the McNaught Syndicate decided to take a chance on it. Joe Palooka, the name believed to be slang for an inept fighter, made a strip debut on April 19, 1930, and quickly became extremely popular. By 1948, Joe and his supporting cast, girlfriend Ann Howe, trainer Nobby Walsh, sparring partner Humphrey Pennyworth, and others, headlined one of the 5 most popular strips in the country, one that sold all sorts of merchandising and even spawned several movie serials. After Fisher's death in 1955, others continued the strip for many years afterwards. Declining revenues would eventually ring the final bell for the strip in 1984, with the last segment appearing in newspapers on November 24th of that year. Wilkes-Barre did not forget the comics legend, as a mountain south of the city was officially named Joe Palooka Mountain in 1980, with the monument of Palooka situated at the peak's base. Higher education took root in Wilkes-Barre at the beginning of the Great Depression. Bucknell University in Lewisburg would be a major conduit for this, establishing a satellite campus, originally called Bucknell University Junior College, in 1933. Classes originally took place in the Wilkes-Barre Business College building downtown. Within a few years, though, they had been shifted to former mansions in South River and South Franklin Streets. By 1945, Bucknell made plans to expand the institution to a 4-year college. It became the independent Wilkes College in 1947. In 1989, the name was changed to Wilkes University after it received university accreditation from Pennsylvania. A rival Wilkes-Barre College would be founded around the same time. Wilkes became an independent institution. A brainchild of priests from the Congregation of Holy Cross, with some additional input from Notre Dame University clergymen, King's College opened its doors down the street from Wilkes in 1946. Its originally stated mission was to offer higher education to the children of local coal miners and mill workers. Both King's and Wilkes continue to serve the Wilkes-Barre area and beyond today.
Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Chairs Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in at 610 North Broad Street in West Hazelton, 570-454-7229. Chairs is proud to be celebrating 70 years in business. Attention WYLN viewers, WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazelton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
Hi, welcome to Wellness Wednesday, and I have an important event that's coming up, and I am here with my good friend, Dr. Jody Lenko. We are having our 5th annual drive-through flu event coming up on October 5th, and we're here to tell you a little bit about it. We're also here to tell you why you should be getting the flu vaccine. So Dr. Lenko, let's get right into it. Why is it important? And we're going to be giving flu shots for those who are 6 months and also for those who need a higher dose over 65. But why is it important that we get the flu?
Yeah, thank you. So every year it's very important that we get that everyone over the age of 6 months of age get their flu shot. Flu kills the influenza virus, which is what the flu shot protects against. Kills up to 100,000 people every year in our country. So we sometimes forget about that. And getting the flu vaccine is the best way that you can protect yourself against either getting the flu, and also it helps protect you against severe cases of the flu, being hospitalized and death and things like that. Any patient, every patient over the age of 6 months should get the flu vaccine. And like you mentioned, we do have a special version that we call our high-dose flu vaccine specifically for our older population over the age of 65. It's very similar to the regular dose of the flu vaccine. It's just a little bit more, a higher dose that provides a better response in our older population.
So, of course, we hear it all the time. I got the flu shot and then I got sick. Could we debunk that, please?
Yes, absolutely. So you absolutely cannot get the flu from getting the flu vaccine. It's what we call a killed vaccine, and it has just little pieces of the flu that are enough to mimic the flu in your body, but not an active virus. It does not give you the flu to spark the immune response. So it basically mimics what your body would see, and then your body creates antibodies so that if you are exposed to the real virus later in the season, then you automatically have a great immune response. And normally it fights off the flu. It's not 100% effective, meaning that you can get the flu virus, but usually if you've had a vaccine, your symptoms are much less severe.
I'm going to be honest, years and years ago, I was like, I'm not getting the flu shot, and I get the flu. Mm-hmm. I have gotten the flu shot for many years now, and have gotten the flu, so thank goodness for that. So it does work to that extent. So the other thing is, of course, we need a consent form. So if you have printer capabilities, you plan on coming to the drive-through on Saturday, October 5th, make sure you go to lvhn.org/flu shot. You'll get all that information right there on that page, but we also have you covered. If you do come and you don't have that printer capability, we will have consent forms right there. You don't have to register. Mm-hmm. You just show up in your car. We ask that you maybe wear a little bit looser clothing, that you pull up your shirt for your sleeve to make it easy. We have the injectable Band-Aid, so it's going to be nice and easy for them as well. It's rain or shine. We have you covered. We have it under a real nice tent and everything. And after 5 years, we're really organized, so we have a good streamline going through. Is there a better time to come? No, you can come first thing. You might have a big line in the beginning, but it is from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m., so we'll be there the whole time, so no rush. You can bring a carload of your family with you. And when they do the children, do they do it in the leg? Is that where they do the child shot?
It often depends on the age and the size of the child, so they'll kind of make a decision. But generally for children, say under 5, they often do it in their leg just because they have a little bit more tissue there, and it's less painful for them. So most children get it in their leg, but most adults get it in the back of the arm. Mm-hmm. And I think one thing that we might have mentioned, but it is completely free. There is no charge. You don't need to present insurance. It is 100% free for anybody that comes in.
And why do we do this? Because we want to keep our community from having to come to the doctor and having to spread this, which could be potentially harmful to a lot of vulnerable people in our community. So once again, lvhn.org/flu shot, Saturday, October 5th from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. and it's absolutely free and you just drive through. Thank you, doctor, for being here.
Hopefully we see a large crowd on October 5th. You'll see us both. Thanks.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.